There are a number of different ways of how vitamins could be delivered. Let me talk you through the advantages and disadvantages of a few of those methods. One of them is liquid vitamins. The idea is to have different vitamins and nutrients dissolved in liquid, and then you would just add different amounts of the liquid together to create the personalized mix. While this is very easy to do in the manufacturing side, it has a number of drawbacks. Number one, vitamins and minerals don't mix very well, especially when dissolved in liquid. Usually vitamins would react with minerals, and that would then very quickly break down the vitamins, so the shelf life is severely reduced. Another disadvantage is taste. A lot of nutrients have a very bad taste, and when it is dissolved in water, this really brings out the unpleasant taste. So putting them in a high concentration in a liquid would not be a very pleasant way of ingesting nutrients. And finally, certain nutrients can block each other. Calcium and zinc, for example, use the same channels to be taken up. So if you have them both dissolved in a liquid, what happens is calcium, which is more abundant, would block all of the channels for taking up the nutrient, and zinc, which is usually present in lower amounts, would not be taken up because everything is blocked by calcium. So this kind of blocking is a problem, not just for liquid vitamins, but also for other delivery methods. So with liquid vitamins, you have a limited shelf life, bad taste, and also the problem of bacteria getting into the solution and spoiling the mix. Personalizing in the form of pre-manufactured pills is one option. The idea would be that you have one pill with antioxidants, one pill with omega-3 fatty acids, one with minerals, and you would just choose which pill to give to which customer. While this is in fact personalization, it has a number of limitations. You cannot include or exclude one nutrient because they are packaged into whole pills. In addition, you cannot change the amount of different nutrients, even if you might know that one nutrient might be required in a higher amount than another one. So while supplying pre-manufactured pills is an easy way of how to personalize, it has severe limitations of getting the right dose on every single nutrient and excluding individual ones that you might want to exclude for various medical reasons. Personalizing through mixing different powders is in theory also possible, however technically a lot more challenging. Smaller molecules or smaller granules tend to collect in the bottom of a big mix, so keeping all in a homogeneous mixture is very tough. If you were to take a spoon, you really want to make sure that this spoon has a homogeneous mixture of all of the nutrients, and this is difficult to achieve. If you then take this mixture and add it to water, you have all of the problems with inhibitions and reacting nutrients, although it's not as tricky as having them delivered in liquid, because it would be more stable because it's only in liquid for a shorter time. You would still have problems with bad taste, as well as the problem of calcium and zinc and other nutrients blocking each other during uptake. So while powders is in theory possible, it's technically challenging and has a number of biological drawbacks. What's so special about pellets? Pellets actually have a number of biological and practical advantages. You can pre-manufacture one pellet type, let's say vitamin C. So this pellet would only contain vitamin C as an active ingredient. The pellet itself is very dense and it protects the nutrients inside from UV rays and also from oxygen, two things which usually reduce the shelf life of a nutrient. Then we can mask certain pellets by covering it in a layer of beeswax to mask the taste. In addition, having different nutrients in different pellets enables them to be mixed together without them actually being in physical contact, and so they cannot react with each other, making everything a lot more stable. In addition, these pellets have a slow release function, meaning that they take over 12 hours in your intestine to slowly release some of the nutrients. This is actually a better way of how to supply nutrients because it mimics your daily nutrition where you get nutrients throughout the day, and certain vitamins cannot actually be stored, and if you supply them all at once, you're at overdose for a short period of time and then you're at a lower dose than you should be for the rest of the day. Releasing these nutrients very slowly over a 12-hour period is actually a biologically better way of how to provide nutrients.